Hello, Gem Hunter. In today's video, we're going to talk about a very special red gemstone that you can find on your land or in the rivers in your area. When we talk about red gemstones, the first thing that comes to mind is a beautifully cut ruby. But finding a ruby in the wild can be very difficult. But did you know that there is another stone very similar to the ruby that is much easier to find? I'm talking about garnets, these beautiful gemstones that can be found in different colors in nature. And the good thing is that some of them are so rare that you can make good money with them. If you've ever been out in nature or at the beach, found a small red stone and ignored it, you've probably thrown away a real garnet. So to make sure that never happens to you, pay close attention to the secrets and tests I'm going to reveal to you in today's video. Because after this video, you'll never let a gem go unnoticed again. The first thing you need to understand is that in order to determine if a stone you found is a garnet, there are some characteristics that can be easily analyzed. Garnets are a group of minerals with specific crystal structures, often consisting of geometric figures called dodecahedrons and trapezohedrons. Although the names may seem complex, they only describe the natural shape of the garnet's surfaces, with multiple faces that give the stone its unique appearance. This group of gemstones has an incredible variety of colors due to the presence of different chemical elements in its composition. Garnet can contain calcium, magnesium, iron, chromium, manganese, and titanium, and each of these elements affects the final color. As a result, you can find garnets in shades of red, brown, green, orange, and even colorless, with red and brown garnets being the most common. This color variation is one of the reasons why garnet is so valued and appreciated in jewelry. However, what is most interesting is that these chemical and structural characteristics give garnet a natural resistance that makes it ideal for cutting and use in jewelry. On the Mohs scale, which is used to measure the hardness of minerals, garnets generally have a hardness between 7 and 7.5. This means that they are very resistant to scratching and wear, making them a popular choice for long-lasting jewelry. A great example of this scale is the image that just appeared on your screen. Note that diamond is the number 10 mineral because it is the hardest. In addition to hardness, another relevant factor is the density of garnet, which varies between 3.1 and 4.3, making this stone surprisingly heavy for its size. That is, if you pick up another stone of the same size in your hands, you will notice that garnet is much heavier. This is also an important aspect of identification, as stones of high density tend to have considerable mass when held. So to determine if that red or brown stone you found might actually be a garnet, there is a very simple specific density test that can be done at home. This test requires nothing more than a precision scale of the type that can be purchased very cheaply at any market, a container of water, and of course, the rock in question. First, weigh the stone while it's dry and write down the exact weight in grams. Next, fill a pot with water and carefully place the stone in the pot, making sure it is completely submerged without touching the walls. When you weigh the stone again, note that the weight will be lower due to the displacement effect of the water. To calculate the density, divide the weight of the dry stone by the weight of the submerged stone. The number that appears is the specific density of your stone, and if the final result is between 3.1 and 4.3, there's a good chance you found an authentic garnet. But if the value is different, on the first link in the description, you can check out our gemology ebook for beginners, where you will find a dictionary of all existing gemstones. So just take your result and compare it with the tables in the book. This is the simplest and most effective practical test for an initial analysis and a useful tool for determining the value and authenticity of the mineral you found. In addition to the characteristics of hardness and density, the luster of the garnet is another important element for its identification. The luster can vary between vitreous and resinous, and the stone can be transparent or opaque, depending on the inclusions present inside. These inclusions, small internal imperfections, affect the clarity of the garnet and therefore its value and appearance. There are more than 20 types of garnet, but only 5 are commercially valued as quality gemstones. If you are interested in finding garnets that may have a good market value, it's worth getting to know these 5 varieties. They are Paropi garnet, almandine, spessartite, grossular, and andradite. A sixth type, called uvarovite, is known for its bright green color, but its crystals are generally too small to cut, which limits its commercial use. Pyrope garnet, for example, also known as Cape ruby, has a blood-red hue caused by the presence of iron and chromium. Despite its name, it is not a true ruby, but the similarity of its color makes it particularly attractive. In general, pyrope has few inclusions, which contributes to its popularity. When inclusions are present, they usually appear as rounded crystals or with irregular outlines. Finding a pyrope garnet can be easier in areas where there are volcanic rocks and alluvial deposits, as these geological conditions favor their formation. These garnets are even indicators of the possible presence of diamonds when found in combination with certain minerals. Pyrope deposits are scattered throughout the world, including regions such as Arizona, South Africa, Argentina, Australia, and Brazil. Interestingly, these stones can be found in riverbeds where they have been exposed by the weathering of the parent rock. In terms of value, a pyrope garnet can be bought cheaply, starting at around $15. But the final value depends a lot on its quality and cut. Well-cut stones with excellent clarity can fetch higher prices on the market, especially among collectors and jewelers looking for this rare and intensely colored gem. Almandine garnet, also known as carbuncle, is a garnet whose composition includes iron and aluminum, giving it its characteristic reddish color, often similar to pyrope garnet. This vibrant hue, combined with high transparency, makes almandine a prized gemstone. The mineral is particularly common in metamorphic rocks such as mica schist, and is often found with other notable minerals such as staurolite, kyanite, distana, and andalusite. These rocks indicate that almandine was formed under conditions of high pressure and temperature, factors that contribute to its durability and resistance, important characteristics in the creation of cut jewelry and ornaments. Depending on the quality, a single almandine stone, even in its raw state, can fetch a high price, exceeding $100. This value increases considerably after the cutting process, which enhances its brilliance and color. Spessartite garnet, also known as spessartite, is composed of manganese and aluminum and takes its name from the town of Spessart in Bavaria. This variety of garnet can have a range of colors depending on the impurities present, which makes it visually unique. The most popular are the orange spessartites, originally from Madagascar, and the reddish-violet specimens found in rhyolite deposits in regions such as Colorado and Miami in the United States. These stones have a market value of about $12 to $15 per carat, which works out to about $75 per gram, putting them on a par with gold in terms of price per unit of weight. Glossularite garnet, or glossularia, is a garnet composed of calcium and aluminum, with colors ranging from green, cinnamon, brown, red, and yellow. This mineral is commonly found in contact metamorphic environments in limestone, which favors the formation of its beautiful hues. On the market, you can find glossularite specimens starting at about $25. However, stones of high quality and clarity can fetch surprisingly high prices, especially the clear green and yellow varieties, which can be mistaken for sapphires due to their appearance and brilliance. A single rough green glossularite stone, for example, can be valued at around $1,400, and the value can be even higher if it is cut. The visual resemblance to sapphires, especially in clear stones, is such that in some cases, laboratory tests are required to distinguish these garnets from sapphires. Andradite-type garnet, or andradite, is a variety composed of calcium and iron that can be red, yellow, brown, green, or even black. This garnet is divided into three well-known subtypes: topazolite, which varies between yellow and green; demantoid, with a predominance of green; and melanite, which is characterized by its black color. Andradites are found in deep igneous rocks, such as syenites, and also in metamorphic rocks, such as shales and limestones. This mineral was named after the Brazilian mineralogist José Bonifácio de Andrade e Silva, an important figure in the history of mineralogy. On the market, andradite-type garnets can be found in their raw state for about $10 and can go up to $100 depending on the quality. However, high-quality stones, when cut, often exceed $200, even in smaller sizes, due to their brilliance and beauty. Uvaro vitae is a garnet composed of calcium and chromium, famous for its rare and vivid green color. This is the rarest variety of garnet, usually found in small crystals associated with chromite and serpentine rocks. Its attractive green hue is due to the presence of chromium, which gives it a particular luster and intensity. However, uvarovite crystals are notoriously fragile, exhibiting irregular fractures that require careful handling and cutting. This type of garnet forms primarily in serpentine rocks, and the most impressive specimens come from the mountainous regions of the Urals in Russia, where they occur in natural cracks and cavities in the rocks. Other sources include Finland, Turkey, and Italy, although these places offer more modest specimens compared to the Russian crystals. Uvaro vitae is highly prized in the gem and collectible markets due to its rarity and beauty. Its rough price ranges from about $50 to over $2,800 for exceptional specimens, reflecting its growing demand among collectors and connoisseurs of high-quality gems. But even after all these tests, if you still have doubts about the colored gemstones you found and want to know if they might have a really significant value, there is one more thing you can do. Here on the channel, we have other videos that explain in detail unique methods of gemstone identification, and these videos are especially useful for exploring not only the world of garnets, but also other gemstones such as diamonds in their various colors and types. But if you prefer a complete and accessible material that you can consult at any time, I recommend our ebook, Gemology for Beginners, available at the first link in the description of this video. It offers a guide to minerals with detailed descriptions of the characteristics of various gems, including garnets. This material was developed with the beginner in mind and is an ideal tool to help you identify precious and semi-precious stones more confidently in your explorations. Remember that even the most common garnets can have interesting value if they are large and of good quality. Finding several of these stones can also be a lucrative way to build your collection and even turn your passion into an income. And be sure to watch the next video on your screen to learn more about these incredible and valuable gems that can really change your life. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Good luck, Gem Hunter!